What do you guys need to look for when interviewing for your next brokerage or team? Hey everybody, I'm super excited. I keep getting questions like crazy talking about what they need to look for in their next team. So I've had people all across the country and they're reaching out asking, hey, when we get to the next brokerage or we're looking and interviewing different teams, what do we need to look for? What do we need to ask about? How do we know we're getting a good team? The other side of that is if you're a brand new agent and you're coming into the marketplace for the first time, how do you know if you're joining a system or a team that's actually gonna help you get to where you want to be, to reach your goals, to develop you successfully? Because there's a ton of different systems, teams, and brokerages out there, and they're not all created equal. It's super important that you put yourself in a place that you can succeed. So I'm gonna give you guys 4 things today that you need to look for when you're going through that process. Number 1, especially if you're a new agent or even an experienced agent looking to grow, you need to have the right training. Training is absolutely key at any level, in any place in real estate. I myself continue to learn and need to be trained as I grow in my skills, and the same goes for you. So training is absolutely essential. It needs to be both real estate training, productivity training, and accountability and growth training. Like, that is so key. You need to learn how to get better as an agent, as an individual, as mindset goes, and character. You need to know how to get better in your whole life, not just about writing the purchase contract better or selling more houses, but how to become a better person. So look for that. Ask them, what type of training program do they have? Do they have online options? Do they have in-person options? Are they doing training every single day? And is it the same instructors, or is there different people or different atmospheres and cultures training you and growing you through your success? So that is absolutely key. Ask about the training. Also ask about what the training plan long-term is. Are they gonna do different ones, or is it gonna be the same basic one-on-one trainings all the time? I can't tell you enough how many times I've been to a brokerage and they have the same one-on-one training or training one-on-one where it comes about onboarding or getting set up on the CRM, and that's all they offer. But they're not developing you farther as a person or as an individual in real estate. So that's number 1, training. Number 2 is resources. Resources is so key, especially with a team. A lot of brokerages, there's 100% shops out there. There's a lot of places that will give you 100% splits, just small fees. But then what are they really giving you resources wise? Obviously, if they're not taking any money for your stuff, then they're not gonna be able to actually help you resource wise because they can't pay for that stuff. They're not taking any money from you. So consider that when you're looking at splits and structure. That's the least important thing to look at, is the cost. More so, what are they giving you to grow your business? I don't care if you're paying 50% or even 90% of your money is going to a brokerage or a team. If they're giving you everything in the world to help you make more money as an agent, then it's worth it. So look at the resources. And alongside resources, look at the lead program that they have. Leads are a big part of growth as your business. They should have some sort of lead development program to help you curb that gap, that when you're really running out of clients or you hit a kind of a plateau with your personal sphere, what's gonna separate you from being really good or really great is the other resources available to you through leads. So look for that. Ask them, are there referral-based leads? Are there individual leads? What's the quantity, how much, and how often? Those are all key questions to ask. So number 2 is resources. Dive deep, ask them for everything. Make sure they have a list of what they're gonna give you. It's so important. Number 3, this is one of my personal favorites because it really defines you as an agent, and that's accountability. If they don't have a program or a platform to keep you accountable, it's gonna be really tough for you to continue to succeed. About 1% of our population are extremely self-motivated and self-disciplined. That becomes really tough. So if you are like me and part of the other 99% where you need someone to help push you and keep you accountable, they need to have a program for that. And if you're just like me, part of that 99%, I need that on my team, or I need that at my brokerage in order to succeed. So ask for that. What do they do for accountability? How often are they gonna meet with you? How are they gonna keep you on track? And then hold them to it. Look for that. If they don't have an accountability plan or a program for both training and your productivity, then you're not gonna do as well in a different atmosphere that has that. So that is super key. That's number 3, accountability. Now, number 4, this is your long-term plan one. You have to have the vision for a long-term plan in real estate. So number 4 is what we call scalability. Where are you going after a year on the team? Where are you going after 6 months? The problem with some teams and a lot of brokerages is after a certain amount of time, you outgrow the system, you outgrow the environment, and you can't keep expanding or building on your team. So ask them, what is your scalability look like? If you're gonna be stuck as a buyer's agent for your entire career, that's a place that doesn't have the scalability that you need. You can't just work for someone else for the rest of your life. You have to grow your own business, your own individual past client, your database, all of that stuff. So make sure that team or brokerage has things in place for you to scale. Do you get to a point where you can keep taking on new tasks or hire employees or hire staff to grow to the next level? That's key, that's important. So talk about scalability. Is there a point you reach where your splits go up for your team? Is there a place you reach where you can take on a leadership role? Look for the scalability in your environment so that you can continue to get better for yourself individually and as a leader and as an agent. So those are my big 4 today. Look at those, write those down, and take them with you to any interview you're going to. When you go into that meeting, ask them about those, dive deep, and don't be afraid to ask the hard questions. It may seem a little scary or a little bit worrisome at first if you're not able to figure those things out and go through that process, but trust me, it will bode well for you down the road if you're asking those things up front, and you can avoid making a switch 3 months in, 6 months into the team that you're at because you realize that the grass truly is greener somewhere else. So ask those questions, feel confident, and really crush your goals this year.